In most democracies, elections are pretty simple. Voters vote, the candidate with the most votes wins, or the party with the most votes wins and appoints its leader to govern. But that is not how it works in the United States. Instead of voting directly for a president, Americans pick their leader through what is known as the Electoral College. And every 4 years, we have to remind ourselves of how that actually works. So here goes. There are 538 electors, or Electoral College voters, representing all 50 U.S. states plus Washington, D.C. These are people that are appointed by the political parties. A candidate needs half of that plus one to win the presidency. That's 270 electoral votes. That is the key number. What Americans are really voting for is their state electors, the group of people who will vote for the president on their behalf. States have electors based on their population size. So look at this. Take a big state like California. This year it has 54 votes in the Electoral College. Texas has 40. Remember, you need 270 to win, so that's a big chunk. Small states, on the other hand, like Wyoming, like Vermont, have just 3 votes each. Most states have a winner-take-all policy. Electors are chosen based on who wins the state's popular vote. Let's take an example. Let's take Texas. Huge state, big population. In 2020, 5.8 million voters chose Donald Trump. More than 5.2 million people chose Joe Biden. Because Texas is winner-takes-all, those millions of votes for Biden did not matter. Trump won all 38 electoral votes. Biden got nothing out of Texas. One other thing to note, every state has to have at least 3 electoral votes, regardless of population size. And this means small states are hugely overrepresented in the Electoral College. Example, Wyoming has 1 elector for roughly every 142,000 voters. Texas, if you do the math, has 1 for around 466,000 voters. What does all of this mean? It means that throughout history, on 5 occasions, candidates who did not win the popular vote have actually ended up carrying the presidency. That includes, famously, George Bush in the 2000 presidential election, who got fewer votes than his rival Al Gore. And most recently, Donald Trump in 2016, who became president with fewer votes than Hillary Clinton. In every close election, the presidency boils down to just a handful of states. Around the country, there are 244 million people eligible to vote, yet it is these 7 yellow states, swing states here, only about 18% of the total population who ultimately decide the winner. The system of state-by-state winner-take-all contests where a candidate can win the popular vote but still lose the election is deeply unpopular. More than 6 out of 10 Americans want to see a president who wins the most national votes, but that would require changing the U.S. Constitution, which is hard to do and unlikely to happen anytime soon.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.